All right, traders, it is the 9th of July, 2017. My name is Jameson. We're looking at a weekly vertical bar chart of silver, the continuous contract spot prices here for silver. So this is one of many charts that I've been sharing on silver for members, and we've been bearish for a while here for several reasons, even before this right shoulder completed for this classical head and shoulders formation. You know, a lot of times traders will just blindly trade a pattern and not actually understand why it's working, or if it doesn't work, why doesn't it work. But here's something here is, you know, I want traders to kind of keen into key areas of interest or key sessions. And we can see that, you know, into November here, at the end of October, there is a lot of supply that presented. Prices didn't, you know, and prices broke down, and then we rallied away and we found support. But we generally will retest these vertical bars that are very wide ranging, is what I'm trying to say. And if they're not wide ranging, we'll retest areas at which had a lot of volume present. And you can see that we broke down, and then we rallied up and we retested this because it is like a lot of supply presented. This is a key session. It's an important session. Now, here's something that's bearish. So we're forming this right shoulder that's present. And you can see that as we break down, we're breaking down with increased ease of downward movement. We're closing at lows. That's bearish. You can also see that as we trade into the apex of the right shoulder, we're doing so with narrow price spreads. What is that telling you? Look, this is supply and demand. If this is narrow supply, you know, narrow price spreads, and we're going higher, quite simply that just tells us that demand is having a difficult time overcoming supply. The next is, look at this buying effort. This is a monstrous buying effort compared to any of the volume available since mid-2012. You have to ask yourself, if so much buying effort is present, why are we at new highs? We're still below this level of resistance. And the answer is because it was sellers. There's some distribution present. They're selling into strength here. And then prices break down with increased ease of downward movement on expanding volume. And then again, we rally a little bit higher. Now this time we rally higher, there's a little less buying effort. It's not quite the same duration. And as we break down again, we break down with increased ease of downward movement, closing at lows. Each of these weeks we're closing at lows for the session. We break this long term. This is since 2016, 17, you know, and we close below that level on, well, some of the largest selling effort that we have. There's nothing bullish about that. And then we rally away and we trade into the 200-day simple moving average on another very bullish buying effort. I mean, this is the single most largest amount of buying effort that's present, and we couldn't even get above the 200-day simple moving average. We're confirming this prior level of support as resistance. This is more distribution, and then we break back down and everybody's surprised. So these are the things that we're looking for here that are very subjective, but if you are tuned and just asking why is something not happening, you probably are asking for the proper reasons. It's not quite what it seems. And now we have the right shoulder formation, and then we break down. And just to kind of fulfill this chart here, we've had a $15 price objective and even a $13 price objective that's present. So now we have a breakdown. We do have a lower shadow. There was buyers last week because they saw some value because of the abruptness that it broke down. We have a lot of supply. This supply broke back down, and we haven't broke this level. So where are we at moving forward? One is, I believe that we probably will trade laterally until we build enough cause to break down and test this $13 price target. That's speculation. Bottom line now is that we have a lot of supply. That means that even if we rally back higher, I am doubtful that we sustain any gains because supply is present. In other words, silver will not travel out of this range until there is no more weak hands, until there is no more supply. And when that supply is absorbed and controlled by strong hands, it will then rally out of this zone, you know, and re-achieve, you know, an upper price target above this level of resistance. So I don't have a very bullish outlook for silver at the present time, nor have I for a while.